Heyo, hello everybody. Welcome back to more Hawaii diving. This is dive number 3. I have no idea where it was. We got on the boat, drove somewhere. I think we went north every single time, so there's that at least. The fishery was in view a lot for the whale watching too. I'm not sure if that made it on camera, if anybody's familiar where the fishery is on the Big Island. But anyway, you can see here, almost an hour dive, got down to 80 feet. That's pretty good. One thing about this dive, this was in a boat corridor. I do remember that. So my dive guide today was Trixie. She was awesome, as was everybody from Kona Diving Company. She called this a no pop zone, where if you have a problem, don't pop to the surface unless it's an absolute emergency. Because there's boat traffic overhead. And we saw a couple, heard a couple. In fact, she told me a couple times to get down. She was a little worried, thought I was a little too high, but no problems. I'm still here. She told us a horror story of, I think it was the week before, where somebody got too high and boat propeller smacked their tank. And, a couple inches the other way, and that person be dead. So, it was something to pay attention to, but lucky for our group, no problems at all. But let's jump into it. Here we go. So one thing about this dive, I don't know if you guys know, you might have seen, I keep a snorkel strapped to my leg. You're always supposed to have a snorkel with you. That's a very loose rule. Even on this dive, I don't know if I should say it, but the dive masters themselves didn't have snorkels. But if I'm in a lake or something, I don't care, but if I'm on the ocean with some surf, or with some chop, I do like to have a snorkel with me. I mean, you never know what can happen. If you run out of air or something, breathing on the surface with a snorkel is exponentially easier than without one. But I have this thing, I don't like it dangling from my mask because, you need it for, on the surface only. So for like 99% of your dive, you don't need a snorkel. And, it hangs off the side of your mask, and it's always getting in the way and flopping in your face. And so, I eventually decided, I want to take one, but I don't want it on my mask. So, the first thing I did was buy a roll-up snorkel. There's some that are just basically rubber tubes that you can buy, and they roll up, and you put them in a BCD pouch. And I tried that for about 5 seconds and hated it, so I wanted to use my real snorkel. And I got the idea of getting some elastic bands and putting them around my leg, a couple of them. And I can just kind of trap it, under the bands. And I got a quick release thing for my mask. So the idea is, I don't do this very often, but the whole plan is that I clip it to my mask for the surface, and when I go down, I unclip it, tuck it in my leg. And during the safety stop, pull it out, reattach to my mask, and then I have it for the surface. I really should do more of that. The quick connector is very hard to work with gloves on. You got no dexterity. It's on the side. I can't see anything, so you got to go by feel, which you don't have. Here it was easier because I was not wearing gloves, so you can feel around. But anyway, all that being said, I think I was sitting on the surface waiting for Trixie to get in the water, and I decided to pull it out and attach it to my mask. And I botched it, and the mouthpiece came off. And I pulled it out, and the mouthpiece was missing. I'm like, what the hell? So I kind of looked down and poked around, and I saw it slowly sinking. And my stupid mind, stupid dive logic, I did not go down and get it, which was really dumb. I sat there and I saw it, and I was like, well, I'm waiting on Trixie. She's going to get mad if I go underwater before her or something. First of all, probably not true at all. Secondly, I dropped something. I should have gone and got it. And I'm like, well, I'll get it when she gets in the water. And of course, by the time she got there, I looked down and, couldn't find it. It was gone. So, idiot move. So I'm in the market for a mouthpiece for my snorkel. Turns out I can still use it. I actually did take it to Captain Cook. We'll get into that later. I went snorkeling at Captain Cook with no mouthpiece. Needless to say, it was not very comfortable, but it still did the job. So still usable. Yeah, I need a mouthpiece. If you happen to find a clearish mouthpiece off the northwest coast of Hawaii, it's probably mine. Send it on over. I would not use it, throw it away, but that'd be cool. Oh man, the white balance on this just... I was looking at these before, and man, I love my GoPro, but it was struggling to do the colors down here. There's probably no videos I've done that need color correction more than this one. This is as blue can be. Look at my hands. My hands are blue. I don't know. If you watch any of my videos in the past, I have color corrected a few of them. I've ultimately decided it's really not worth it. It's just... nope, this one's upside down, I think. Am I just looking upside down? No, this is upside down again. Yeah, I'll have to flip it. Really gotta lock the orientation. Come on, man. Yeah, the color correction, it's kind of a pain. I'm sure you can get programs to do it automatically, but I use Kdenlive Live to edit all my videos. And there's no automatic color correction as far as I know for that. And then it upbreaks, like when I pull up my flashlight and actually shine white light on things and the colors pop, the color correction, you know, wrecks that, so... I don't know. I've always been on the fence about it, but I think I'm just gonna let it go. But not much to say here, just, you know, swimming in an aquarium. It's incredible. Probably doesn't look like it so much on camera, but it's just, man, it's really something when you're over there. Really something. We saw, I think this was the dive, yes, this was definitely the dive where we saw Octopus. I think it was, we saw one in the first dive. That's got to be coming up. I actually spotted one. I was very proud of myself. I never see anything, even when, I told you this, even when I got people pointing things out, if it's something small, you know, forget it. We'll be in Cozumel, and this one's upside down too. Jeez. Nina, our dive instructor down there, you know, we'll be swimming in that current. Cozumel's crazy current, and she can, you know, stop on a dime, and I don't know, she defies the laws of physics. She like pointed something, and we're just like, huh, you know, 75% of the battle is just like trying to stay in one place, not really paying attention to what she's pointing at. And she'll pull out her slate and just start writing, you know, a name with like 50 letters in it, and I know the longer the name, the less likely it is I'm going to see it. I think that's a correlation. Yeah, I found an octopus. He was hiding in a rock, actually. He was not doing a good job of camouflage. I think that's how I found him. Because the rock was like a whitish gray color, I think, and he was kind of purple and red. And I saw him under there. And yeah, boy, I was pumped. I've never seen an octopus before, and we saw two of them on this dive. I think it was this dive we actually saw two of them. And the second one, finally got the orientation back. The second one, Trixie said, biggest octopus she's ever seen. So that was pretty incredible too. That you know, she does this every day for years. And is this it? Yeah, I think this was it. Maybe. Wait. No. Anybody seen an octopus? I don't. Oh boy, if I miss it on camera, I'm gonna be pissed. I think I should. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, I don't think there's an octopus here. It looks like I was trying to look at something, but I don't know what now. Well, it better be. If I missed it, I'm gonna be very, very upset. But That's something I should have taken it off my head for. I don't know. Looks like everybody's looking at something. I'm not sure what we're looking at here, folks. Oh boy, that's not a good sign. Huh. Well, I might have to go back and watch that. There might be something there that I'm just not seeing. Anybody see anything? I got nothing. Probably means it's off camera. Yeah, I bet it's above the camera, whatever it is I'm looking at. But I was shining my light. Where I was shining my light was on camera, so I don't know. Alright, I think that's Trixie. She might have been, okay, I think she was showing us a shrimp. That might have been what she was trying to show us. She was really getting in there. Trixie was funny. She was taking her regulator out of her mouth so she could poke her head into like rocks and things that wouldn't fit with the regulator. Yeah, I think there's a shrimp in there somewhere. Sorry. Not a very good look of it. Yeah, I might have to go back and watch that one again too. I think she found a shrimp. Or nudie bronc, maybe. Those are tiny too. Yeah, I was sitting there watching her, just like, she was really getting into it, poking her head into rocks and things. Yeah, those are my steam gauges, my backups. So I get all that information on my computer, but, you know, got 2,300 left. In case there's a problem with the computer, it's nice to have a backup. I can see my GoPro is tilted probably a little too far down. I guess, yeah, right now I'm comparing the air pressure from my computer reading based on the steam gauge reading. They're pretty close. They're all pretty close. I don't know what I'm checking out now. I'm really looking at something here. Yep, selfie time. Nothing out there. Yeah, they kept telling us to look in the blue water too, you know, because there we go, 71 feet, 2,300 air lift, 49 minutes dive time. Pretty solid. See anything behind me? Photobombing? Nope. Yeah, they kept telling us, you know, don't forget to look at the blue. Look up, look out. Because normally, you know, I get bad at this. You kind of get tunnel vision on looking down, and especially in Hawaii this time of year, you'll get big things swimming by. You know, the whales. We didn't see one. Oh, we saw another ray. I don't remember that. That's fantastic. Boy, I could look at those all day long. Those are just such graceful animals. I don't remember that. Weird. Glad I had the camera. Look at him, just flapping along, not a care in the world. That's a pretty big one, too. Yeah, we also saw a shark. I think that might have been dive 2. Shark and octopus. Yeah, it was a tiger shark, I was told. There's a boat. See, there's a boat coming by somewhere. You can hear it. Some kind of gar fish up there. This was the no pop zone. Don't go to the surface. Very blue. This is very blue water. Looks a little green here. GoPro color balance is, I don't know. I don't know what it's thinking sometimes. Yeah, we better have not passed up the octopus already. I don't think so. I think when I was complaining about it earlier, I think that she was sticking around in rocks looking for, sticking her head around in rocks looking for shrimp or something. And she did find one, and I don't think I even got that on camera that well. It might be buried in there somewhere, but 2,000 left. Yeah, there was a guy in this group who was just burning through air. But she sent him up individually, I think. She did not make us all go up in here and out, which was nice. I kind of wish the advanced group had done the same. Here we go, 48 feet deep. Selfie time. 42 minutes of airtime left, 2,000 PSI. What's next? Yep, another upside down one. Man, I didn't realize how many of these were upside down. Oh, no, okay. Looks like I just started. Maybe I was looking upside down. It doesn't matter. I'm sure I can flip it around and Caden live. I just need to remember to do it. Oh, it is upside down, yep. Very blue. Very blue indeed. Still don't think I'm going to color correct, though. Sorry, folks. You're going to be looking at a blue video. That makes some water look blue and some water look green. It's algae, maybe? I don't know. If I flip this around, we're going to turn it 180 degrees. Is that... I guess that's essentially exactly what I would be looking at if it was already turned the right way. Right? Yeah, because my light's on my left hand, so yeah, if I rotate this 180 degrees, it'll straighten out. It's weird watching the bubbles go from the top to the bottom of the screen. I see something here? Is there something there? Maybe I was just looking, I don't think I saw anything. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure. Yeah, Trixie, I think that's her. Is that Trixie? Yeah, she's got the SMB. I think she was the only one with the SMB. Or, no, that might be a lie. In fact, they might have given us all SMBs. I actually brought my own. Can't remember now. She was, no, it was the drift dive. Yeah, the drift dives are just like Cozumel, where when we finished up, the instructor popped the SMB on the safety stop connected to a reel to call the boat. In Cozumel, we all did that just to kind of practice doing that, but here, only the instructor did it. I didn't bring my reel anyway, so. You'll see that in the last couple of dives, probably. So yeah, color looks good once the light gets on it. It's just tough, however deep we are. You really start losing color quick. I don't know how people color correct if they have lights. Because if I color correct all that blue out, first of all, it's not going to be as vibrant as, you know, what my white light shows here. And secondly, it's going to screw up the white light, so... I don't know. I'm not sure what people do about that. Maybe they just hit go on their program, and the program is smart enough to filter through all that stuff. I don't know. But you can tell how bad it looks in the non-illuminated areas. You know, my hand is like neon blue. Yet. How many D's we got left? I hear another boat. We got a little ways to go here. You know, I was hoping to hear some whale sounds on camera. I don't think I have yet. I definitely heard them with my own 2 earballs when I was under there a few times. That's a pretty fella. Hey, buddy. He's down there grazing. The ocean equivalent of grazing. Yeah, looks like I managed to just miss this thing off frame. Fantastic. Good job, Yano. I don't know. I do like the hands-free aspect of wearing the GoPro on my head. And I do like that it, you know, points where I turn my head. But man, I have missed a lot over the years. Just because I don't know what the angle is. I think they called that a goatfish. Is that goatfish? They got whiskers like catfish, and they're kind of like bottom feeders too. I kind of like watching them. They just kind of swim around and suck up sand, and they're constantly taking in sand, spitting out sand. So they're kind of filtering it out, I guess. So that's another boxfish, I believe. See, that one looks different, so I don't know if that's like different variation from the same species, or male versus female, or what. That one was black with white spots. There it is. All right, yeah. Here's the octopus. That's the symbol for octopus. At least it was in Seattle. I think every dive shop has got their own symbols, more or less. Well, that's not true. They kind of make up some for different animals. Yeah, believe it or not, there's an octopus tucked in there. I don't think I got much closer than this, though, so it might not be that impressive. Did I take my camera off? Yeah, that's how I saw him. So you see the... Gosh, yeah, it's like right on the top of the frame there, idiot. So you can see him. He's the dark spot there. And that's how I saw him, because he was not camouflaged with a rock. If he turned himself the same color as the rock, I probably would have missed him. What am I doing? Oh, and then, I will say this about the Hawaiian folks. When we go to Cozumel, it is like hands off, man. You are not supposed to touch anything. You're not supposed to, you know, you're not even allowed to wear gloves in Cozumel because they don't want to encourage you touching things. I guess the thought is if, you know, you got gloves on, you're more likely to touch something that might be sharp or whatever. But these dive guides were they were poking around a lot more than I was than I'm accustomed to. In fact, on the drift dive, one of them was trying to entice an eel to come eat a sea urchin, which I guess is what they eat. And she beat that thing to hell, man. She got a sea urchin and started like banging it with her rod. She had one of those stability rods. Like spines are breaking off it and things. And I'm like, geez, what are you doing here? She did not convince the eel to eat the sea urchin, but yeah, I'm used to like, you don't touch a damn thing. And yeah, there you saw, I assume that was Trixie kind of poking at the octopus a little bit and whatnot. you know, I'm not, you know, talking bad about it at all. I mean, they're the professionals, but it was just a little surprising, is all I'm saying. It's not something I'm used to seeing on a dive. I have had the occasional, you know, you're in a lake, people find clams and things and break them open to attract the fish. In fact, that's they've trained the divers in Devil's Lake, Wisconsin. Is it Devil's Lake? I think it's Devil's Lake. You go down there and the fish follow you around, just waiting on you to overturn rocks for crayfish, and that's what it is. They wait for you to overturn rocks to reveal crayfish, and then they eat the crayfish. And it's kind of funny. You'll get a contingent of fish just following you around at Devil's Lake. They've learned real quick what the divers will do for them. But yeah, I got some pretty good footage of it there. I mean, it didn't move. The next one's better, trust me. That one was actually out and swimming around. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, check it out. This is it. I wish it wasn't so blue. Yeah, Trixie said that's the biggest one she's ever seen. Look at that thing. It is a big sucker. Alright, I'm glad I got some good shots of it. Look at him camouflaged. Jeez. They don't only... I wish it was... you see more color in person than you see on this camera. But look at that. He looks just like the coral right now. If you were swimming over the top and didn't see him first, I wouldn't spot that thing. Not only do they change the color, which we saw in real time there, or I did with my own eyeballs, they changed the texture of their skin too. I mean, you look at him. He looks just like the bumpy coral he's sitting on right now. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible how they can do that. Yeah, what an ability. I wish I could do that. See, where is he? Is he in the frame now? I lost him. I'm not sure. I don't think he is. Oh yeah, there he is. Yep, stupid angle on the GoPro. Gosh darn it. Wow, it was just incredible though. Here we go. I really ought to think about taking this thing off my head and just doing it like everybody else does it. I've missed so much over the years. I should be holding that thing right now, and I'm not. That's a pretty good picture. There he goes. Yep. Off frame. That's disappointing. Sorry, folks. I just can't get the angle right on my GoPro. It's real bummer. Real bummer. Got a few good looks there, but mostly underwhelming. Well, should have been a lot better, darn it. But you got to see him a little bit, so there you go. You're welcome. Wonder if Trixie put her footage online. She was really getting close to it with her GoPro. I don't think there's anything super cool at the end of this dive. Let's see. Still got quite a few ways. Still a few to plow through. I think the shark was the second dive. Like I said, I think I said that already. You know, I never, ever get tired of this. 2 dives a day is enough for me, but that's more physical, like my ears and just, you know, wanted to crack a few frosties. But when I'm under there, man, I'm amazed all the time. I've never ever been bored under the water. Not once. And yeah, I wish it wasn't so blue, but it is what it is. It's a lot of coral down there, a lot of hidey holes for little fishies. Another boat. She wasn't kidding. I don't remember hearing this many boats when I was down there. the octopus would come back. It's really something watching him float around there. These creatures are extremely intelligent. I'm sure I've mentioned it 100 times, but if you haven't watched My Octopus Teacher, go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's like a documentary. It's like a one-time, like 2 hours long documentary. Just absolutely incredible what they're capable of, how they can think, how they can fool. You know, they're masters of disguise, and it doesn't stop with just their own bodies. So they, in fact, in that movie, spoiler alert, this guy documented for the first time, scientifically at least, an octopus using seashells and, you know, ocean junk, that kind of thing, and wrap it up, and you'd find it and hold it in its tentacles and then kind of ball up and have all this stuff on the outside. So it was camouflaging itself in ocean junk to try to hide from sharks. Just really, really incredible. And I don't think they have any bones, or there's a little gar fella. They have bones? No, I don't think they have bones. They got a beak. And so basically they can fit through any hole that their beak fits through. So they can squeeze into some very tight areas. Just absolutely incredible creatures. Very intelligent. And of course they've got the ink. We did not see one spray any ink. Alright. I gotta say, I'm getting just a little tired of looking at all the blue Graceland here. How many we got? 597. Oh, jeez, we still got 6 to go after this. So. Stay with me. Stay with me. Yeah, I'm always never sure how much to show, what to show. I probably overdo it. You know, if this is like a real production or whatever, I'm sure an editor would come in here and cut out about, 60% of this at least. Nope, next one. But, if you don't have your camera rolling, you're gonna miss things, so it's kind of my attitude about it. But you gotta be careful with battery life too, because you change batteries on the boat, but you can't change batteries underwater. That is when you find them, when you think that you have them and you don't, or the other way around, where you don't think you have them and you do. That's what happened to me on the Mannery dive. You already know if you've watched anything previous. That's a little yellowfish. Maybe they're just popping because they're easier to see against the blue. It's got a pop. 24 feet. Yeah, I think at this point we were just, she might have sent somebody up already, actually. Yeah, there's somebody just burning through air. Oh, St. Louis scored. All right. I'm watching this Blues game in the background. All right. Playing the Penguins. Oh, yeah. The equalizer. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go. That's right. Looks like we're destined for some extra hockey, folks. It's the equalizer. Refs are discussing something. And another upside down video. Jeez. Really gotta lock that orientation. Idiot. Idiot. Alright, we're in the home stretch here. I think this is 2 more to go, including this one. And what do you know? Upside down video. Yeah, this is no man's land also in terms of the light. You can tell it's on. Not helping much. This is a very bright light too, so you know, kind of in no man's land in terms of there's enough ambient light to kind of drown out my light, but not enough to get colors. So that's why we're so blue here. Alright, this is the last dive. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Apologize for missing half the octopus. That is a bummer, but got a few good shots in there. And stay tuned. This is the exact same dive site we stayed at for the second dive due to conditions. They didn't want to move. It was kind of choppy. And if I'm remembering correctly, we saw a nice big tiger shark swim by. So don't want to miss that. See you at the next one.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened. Awesome, thank you.